Hi everyone, today I'm going to talk about the film One Wonderful Sunday, which is a Japanese film produced in 1947. It talks about a young couple. They were going out in Tokyo on a Sunday, and we could see clearly that the girlfriend was very cheerful, was dreaming, extremely optimistic, but the boyfriend, he was very unhappy, even depressed, because he was extremely poor and he couldn't find any way to change his situation. Actually, the girlfriend was as poor as him, but she chose to stick to her dreams and to remain optimistic. But the boyfriend was too depressed for that. At first, they have heard about a bedroom to rent, and they were hopeful that they could rent this place so they could get married and live together. But when they arrived at the place wasn't a healthy place to live. It was too humid, too cold in the winter, too hot in the summer, and still the bedroom was too expensive for their budget. Then the boyfriend, he tried to play a little bit with the boys of the neighborhood, but he accidentally broke the window of a store and he had to pay for the damage, and it made him very unhappy. Then they tried to sit down to talk. They were approached by a street boy, and the girlfriend tried to talk to the boy, but he was too hardened by his situation. And it seems that the guy got more and more depressed. Then they tried to go to the zoo, but when they were starting to see the animals, it rained a lot and none of them had an umbrella. So they discussed if they should go to his house or to her house, because it would be pointless to be outdoors and get all wet without an umbrella. After some consideration, they decided to go to his house. And then they were talking, the man remained very sad, and then, without warning, he tried to force himself upon her. The girl was extremely shocked. She ran away from his house. However, she forgot her purse there and had to return. Then they reconciled. The man apologized for that. He said that he understood how she felt. The girlfriend started to cry a lot, but after a while they got to reconcile. Then they went out again. They tried to go to a concert, but they couldn't find cheap tickets. Then he found a man who was trying to sell the tickets, but it was for twice the price. Then the boyfriend was involved in a fight with this other man and he was beaten up. Then the girlfriend tried to cheer him up once more. Then they went to a cafe. They had a nice time, but when they received the bill was too expensive and they got very angry with that. The boyfriend left his jacket as collateral, and then the couple started talking about their old dream of opening a cafe, and that it would be a cafe for the masses with fair prices where everyone could go, and things would be very accessible for everyone. It would be comfortable, and they started even acting how their cafe would be. Then they went to an empty amphitheater, and then the guy, he started to act like the boss of his own life, of the conductor of an orchestra. And then the actress who played the girlfriend, she broke the fourth wall because she asked the audiences to encourage them, to applaud them, to clap their hands, because there are many poor people in love in the world and they just need some encouragement. They just need an opportunity. And she said that with tears in her eyes. And then slowly, as the guy started talking about his dreams, about his plans for the future, he cheered up again and he became his old self. He was a good guy, but it was the poverty and lack of opportunities that were weighing down on him too much. Then he cheered up. They started talking even more about the cafe and how things would be better, that someday they would make their dreams come true. And then finally both of them became happy and optimistic again. And then after a while it was time for them to go to their own houses once more, and they would meet again on the following Sunday. The plot is really interesting about how poverty limits the opportunities of people in life, how it weighs down people, how it saddens people, and that everyone deserves an opportunity in life, especially people with a heart of gold, who work hard, who do their part. So it's a kind of plot that absolutely never gets old. It is about Japan post-World War II, but it can be applied to any country, to any environment. Actually, the film didn't age at all, even though it is about a specific culture, about a specific era. The history matches all eras, so it's extremely nice. The acting is good, especially of the actress. We can really see the pain on their faces and their wish, their deep wish to make their dreams come true, to have a nice house, a nice family, a nice job, basic things that everyone has the right of having. So it's a film that gives lots of empathy towards people, and it's really beautiful because it's realistic. It is shown the poor places. We can see the poverty of the places. We can see their simple clothing. And actually, when it comes to clothing, there is in the plot at some point, the boyfriend, he went to talk to his old friend from the army because he had opened a cabaret, and he wanted to check if this friend could find a job for him. But when he was there, he realized that the place was no good, full of criminals, drunk people. And then he was extremely discriminated because the manager of the place couldn't believe that a person who was wearing such cheap and simple clothes could actually be the friend of the owner of the place. So we can see the prejudice that poor people feel everywhere, regardless of place, regardless of the era. And we can see that it's better to stick to our dreams, to remain optimistic, than giving in to depression. Because if you are sad and depressed, you can't do anything. But if you are optimistic, if you believe you can do it, you have the necessary strength to work and to do your share, so you can fight in life and get everything that you deserve. This is the biggest message of the film. And it's very nice. We can see the poverty and the social situation of post-World War II Japan. So it is the witness of an era. So it's a film that I highly recommend, and I'm sure you will love this, and you will also fall in love with this beautiful couple who only wanted to be happy without having to stress about money and survival all the time. That's all for now, folks. I hope you enjoyed this video. See you!